My hair is still wet. It was frozen because I was locked out of my studio. Uh, my my studio door was literally iced shut. It was ridiculous.
How'd you get in?
I got in because I I put my neck. I had a massage while I was away because my my brother was so nice and he got this amazing massage therapist to come to his house, and it was incredible. And I thought, wow, I can finally turn my neck again. And now I can't again because I just was like, you gotta get into my studio before the lunch and learn. And yeah, it was a problem. Literally sheet of ice because it snowed and it iced and everything iced. I was in California for the SCWI thing, and it was fantastic, but I got away with, I paid for my sins of being in California by, So I hope there are people here. I have no idea. Oh, and you know what? I never introduced myself because I just was so upset about having to break into my studio because the door was iced shut. If you joined us late, I'm back in New York and my door was iced shut after not having gone in and out of the door every day. So I'm going to introduce myself now since I'm 13 minutes in. I'm probably going to have to go a couple of minutes long because I have a couple of things to tell you. So I'm going to say, this is goofy, hi and welcome to the, I think we're at the 4th Brain Burps About Books Lunch and Learn Q&A. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Katie Davis. I'm an author and illustrator. I'll probably cut this, edit it, and put it at the front, but I have published picture books and novels traditionally by publishers such as Harcourt and HarperCollins and Simon & Schuster, and I've published a picture book and a couple of marketing guides for adults independently. And I'm the host of the podcast Brain Burps About Books. I think I just got a new sponsor too, so I'm very excited. And it's all about the craft and business of children's publishing. And because I'm a writer and an illustrator, and I'm a video marketing maven and a writer in business, helping other writers, I started calling myself a writerpreneur. So I hope I can help you with this Q&A every week. I've started, it's 15 minutes. And next week I'm traveling again. I'll be in Florida. So pray my door doesn't get glued shut by more ice. And I started this 15-minute Q&A to help you writers in business. You are in business, by the way. You are small business people. You are entrepreneurs. So every week you can come here and ask me questions, and I'm going to be doing my Lunch and Learn from Florida. No, I will not be in a bathing suit, but I might be in a t-shirt and not with a big sweater on. So you can submit these questions in advance. You can comment on my website at katiedavis.com at the time of the broadcast. I will try to answer the questions after I'm off because I'm not looking there while I'm on. I'm looking on the Google Plus page, which I try to publicize before I start. If you add me to your circles, if it's only in my circles, I wonder if I'll have to find out if I invite my circles. So I wonder if you add me to your circles. I should know this. I wonder if you get invited. Does anybody know? If you know, would you let me know? I have a friend who's a Google Plus Hangout expert. I have a few friends, so I'll find out. I want to announce again that I will be starting my How to Promote Your Children's Book launch team. I'm going to get it done, and you'll get a free copy of the book. It'll be a review copy, so you will be asked to give an honest review of it on Amazon if you join the team, and you'll be put into the running for a prize of a critique from the fabulous Karen Boss at Charles Bridge. And there will be a bunch of other prizes, really, really good prizes. Hi, John. Thanks for coming. He said he had a hard time getting here, but he's been watching. I appreciate. So Tracy Cox, you might be in my circles. I will check if I put you in my circles, and if I didn't, then I'll know that that it worked. So thank you for telling me. Anyway, so join my How to Promote launch team by going to katiedavis.com/HTP sign up. HTP sign up is one word. So katiedavis.com/HTP sign up. And there's, you'll learn how to market and launch your own books, whether you're pre-published or published. That's a really important thing to learn. And you'll be put in the running for this incredible critique from Karen Boss, who's just to meet her is amazing. And maybe I can convince her to come on the, we're going to do a webinar, a private thing like this, where you guys can ask, I'm going to ask me questions, and it will be private, it won't be open to the public, just for my How to Promote team. And that will be I don't know if I'll do it on Google Plus or if I'll do it on Spreecast, but you'll find out, and it will be fabulous. That will be a Q&A at the end in order to share with you the results of the launch. So I hope you will join. Again, katiedavis.com/HTP sign up. And with that, that's a good question to answer. I will tell you how to get blurbs, because I had that question a while back, and it's if you have a traditionally published book, it's way easier because you don't have to do the asking, and you can have your agent or your editor be your go-between, and you can have them ask, and then there's no embarrassment because the person who's being asked can say, no, I don't like this book, or I'm too busy, or I don't do that. Don't ask yourself. However, if you are independent, you're going to have to ask yourself, because you have to say, would you, here's my book, would you ask this? Would you blurb this? So I am going to be asking people, and I'm going to do it in a funny way so that if they don't like it, they can say no. And I'm going to say, if you like this, I respect you, and you're the perfect person to ask because you want to ask somebody who is actually the kind of writer that your book is good for. So if you have a mystery novel, you don't want to ask somebody who writes joke books. So I have a book about marketing your books, so I'm going to ask people who have written books about marketing, or about video marketing, or people who have done great marketing jobs on their own launches and on their own books, or people who are known for their marketing skills. And what I'm going to say is, if you are not interested, or you don't like the book, or you don't want to do this, or you're too busy, just ignore this email and act like you never got it, or it went into your junk box, and we'll just act like this never happened. So they can pretend like it never happened and they never got it, and no hard feelings. And hopefully they'll giggle over that, and it'll be fine. And because not everybody wants to do that, and not everybody wants to give it a blurb. Happily, I've already gotten a couple, and if I don't get any more, so be it. So I do have some questions from last time, so I will. Oh, Kristen's here. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for coming. Okay.
There are people on the Google on the event page, but it isn't showing up on the event page, so I'm sending them over to the website now. So I think you have more people who will be watching.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
You might see right now.
Right, because all I see is on the bottom of my broadcast page, I see 2 viewers. So I'm glad to know that there are more than 2. That could have just been us. So it's always nice to know there are more people. So Kristen wants to tell us about using video to make book trailers. That's a big question. And of course, I created Video Idiot Bootcamp, and I just came back from California from the fabulous SCBWI Golden Gate Conference. If you're pre-published or you're published, if you're independent or you're traditionally published, I highly recommend, no matter where you live in the country, if you can go to that. First of all, what a gorgeous environment. I made a video. In order to make I took some iPhone video. I'm going to make a little thank you video for the people who ran it, because holy cow, do they deserve a thank you video. It was amazing. It's so beautiful there. And they really put together a really powerful conference. They had incredible people. They had David Shannon, who did Know David. They had Laura Ruby, who's written a million great YA and middle grade books like Bad Apple, and just a bunch of stacks of books. I've read a ton of them. And The Wall and the Wing and stuff like that. They had Carolyn Mackler, who did The Future of Us, and she did... I'm not going to get the title right, so I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say My Big Fat Butt and Other Round Things. That's the wrong title. But anyway, so a ton of people, and me, and a ton of editors. So they, I did my a video presentation, and part of it was about book trailers. But video for writers is not just about book trailers, and I really think, anybody who knows me or follows my YouTube channel knows that it's not just about book trailers. And in fact, I don't even think that book trailers should be your first video. It's one of many videos that writers should be doing. I think that it should be maybe, if you're having a book come out, it should be one of them, the first one, but no, I take that back. It should not be one of your first. Your first one should be your welcome video for your website. Welcome people in. I'm going to say this once, I'm going to say this twice, I'm going to say it a million times. When people come to your house, you don't slam the door in their faces and go, "Get out of here! Bleh, I hate you." You're going to say, "Come on in. Here's what I have to offer you. Here's some cheese, a little cheese platter. Here's some wine. Here's some soda," whatever you want to offer them. You're going to tell them what you have to offer them. Just like on your website, you want to tell them what you have to offer them. You're going to say, "Here's some downloads. Here's some free ebooks. Here's some advice for you. Here's some tips on writing," or whatever you do. You're going to tell them what you have to offer them. Same thing. Okay, same exact thing. That's the first video I think writers should have. What do I have to offer you on my website? Okay, but if you're going to be doing book trailers, you can use anything for book trailers. You can use tutorials as book trailers. You can use video that you buy or find free. You can create videos like I did with purchased video clips, like I did for the Little Chicken's Big Day video. No, here. I'm backwards. And I made the chicks talk, and you can use drawings from your books, or find, if you wrote a novel, you can find clips, or like if you did a historical novel, you can use images that are copyright free and go to archive.org and get old footage, and you can do so many different things. Write your script first, okay? Yay, Tanya. Is it Tanya? I hope that's how you say it. So I hope that answers your question, Kristen. That's a very quick question, because we only have 15 minutes here. So Tanya says, "Woohoo, made it. I'm so glad you came." All right. Anybody else? Oh, you know what? I got 2 questions submitted this week, and one was from last week. Tori submitted a question, and I answered it, but I answered it incorrectly because I misunderstood. And then I got a question submitted from, it was Denmark, right, Kelly?
Holland, I think.
Holland. Oh, right. He's okay. So, all right. So the question was how, and this is what Tori meant last week when I misunderstood. So the question is, when you're writing books for kids, and the people who are buying them are actually adults, if they're middle grade or picture books, so young kids, the kids are not the ones buying the books. How do you market them? You market them to the adults, all right? And so how do you market them to the adults? Just like you would market anything else to adults, whether you're writing adult books or YAs, which would be to older people like kids, or teenagers, or for crossover YAs to young adults, whatever. You make videos, all kinds of videos, tip videos. You talk about how, literacy for young kids. You talk about your, again, what you offer. I have the activities for kids. You make the activities, and you connect them to your books. So for someone like you, Tori, you would talk about your talking animals, and you would talk about, you could have your animals talking to each other, interviewing each other about literacy. You could have interviews of your animals, things like that. You can, like for Little Chicken's Big Day, I had coloring pages. I had a mask activity where a little kid, a parent or a librarian or a teacher could download the instructions on how to make this mask and just print it out and copy it off and use it in a whole classroom or in a library, and they would make the activity with the children or with one child, whatever. And with those little dull scissors, the little rounded scissors that you get in kindergarten, cut it out and pop out the eyes and glue on a feather at the top of the mask. Where's that? Right there. I'm backwards, so right there. And we've done this. My husband and I, my co-writer Jerry, we've done this at visits. Done this little activity. So it's very easy. It's black and white. You can do all kinds of things like that. Do things that appeal to the adults, and then on the activity you want to say, inspired by the book Little Chicken's Big Day by Katie Davis and Jerry Davis or whatever, and copyright notice and for the book, and available at wherever, a URL, or available where all books are sold, or that kind of notice, so that you don't want to leave that out. And I always put that notice as close to the activity as I can, so that when they're cutting it out, they're sure to see it, or if they're copying it off, they don't try to get rid of it. So if they're sending it home, parents will see it, things like that. And I can't remember if last week, usually I check off the questions that I answered the previous week. So John, I've answered all the questions. We've already been on for almost 20 minutes, so I'm over, but I will save your comment, your question. Hold on. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it. I think I answered Greg Fishbones. So I'm saving it, John, and please tell me, John is a student of mine, a Video Idiot Bootcamp student, so tell me in the private Facebook group for the Video Idiot Bootcamp students what you meant by having a hard time getting here, so we can make it easier for everybody next time, okay? And I thank you guys. There will be a replay on my website, and as well, I'm going to edit this so I can put the introduction at the beginning as it should have been. I goofed. And then it will be on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/brainburpsaboutbooks, all one word. Thank you. See you next week from Florida. Bye.